Yeah, are you good?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Good?
Yes.
All right. What's up, everybody? Brennon. All right. So, how many times have you guys been trying to go out on a Friday or Saturday night and you don't know what to do and your friends invite you to hookah? Nobody?
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So, I never heard of hookah until like I was in college or around college. Never been. Never knew anybody who went. But I got invited and I liked it. It was pretty cool. Nice big comfy couches. Got to sit and talk all night. It wasn't that expensive. And there was even one downtown hookah beats, and they got like a dance floor, dance and stuff. It's pretty cool. Hookah's been growing in popularity among college students, and it's a really big trend going on right now. I know people who go many times a week. I got a friend who goes every day. He says he studies there. I don't know how he does it, but it's crazy. The use of hookah has increased drastically. I think it was like 40.3% of college students smoke hookah now, as recent as 2011. And since it's so new and there's a lot of myths out there that people aren't aware of and the effects of it, whether they be good or bad, and it's all around us. There's many places to go downtown. I know a lot of people who do it like outside of the dorms and stuff like that on campus. And so today, I'm going to tell you what hookah is, for those of you who don't know, the history behind it, and the effects, if there are any. Alright, so what is hookah? Hookah is also known as water pipe, and it's used to smoke flavored tobacco called shisha. And it comes in like any flavor you can imagine. It's pretty crazy. And there are three like main parts of the hookah that like you'll interact with. And the first one, it can have one stem or multiple stems. They're also known as hoses. And that's how you inhale the smoke from the hookah. There's a bowl, there's the base, and the base contains the water, and the smoke passes through the water, and that cools it off before you inhale it, so it doesn't burn your lungs as much. And then the last part is the bowl, and that contains the flavored tobacco, and aluminum covers the bowl, and that's where they place the coals burning. And that's pretty much like all you interact with when you go to the lounge, like you'll blow out the coals if they get too harsh. Yeah. So, now that you know what a hookah is, we'll talk about where it came from. It originated in the Middle East and the Arab world many years ago. There it's like really part of their tradition and their culture. It started in northwest Pakistan, and their hookahs were really simple, like they were just like a normal pipe. And they're made of coconut shells, and they were used to smoke the drug opium instead of tobacco. And then after that spread throughout the Persian kingdom, and then that's when they switched to smoking tobacco instead of opium. And around the 19th century, it was mainly just something the women used because they were in the house and like cigarettes came out around that time, so like the men were just smoking on the go. And then when it hit Turkey 500 years ago, it became like really for the upper class, and like the pipes became more sophisticated and they had like more art on them and stuff, and it's like really similar to what you see today. And it just came to the US in the late 60s, early 70s, and people would use it at like parties and stuff like that and smoke anything imaginable, not just tobacco. And in 2000 and 2004, that's when it saw like the really huge boom. 200 lounges like across the country sprouted up. And can you guess where they were targeted to?
College students.
College students. All of them were placed around college campuses, like all over the U.S. And as I said, it's a really big thing. 40.3% of students smoke it. So since it's so new to the U.S., many people aren't aware of the dangers and stuff like that. So it's disgusting. So when I first got invited, I was kind of skeptical because I heard it was like tobacco, and I was like, oh, I just instantly thought of cigarettes, like cancer and getting addicted and all that stuff, all the good stuff. So I was like, no, like I'm cool. But my friend said that it was like safer because it passes through the water and it's all pure and stuff like that. And so I went and I liked it, and so I started inviting other people to go, and I was telling them the same thing my friend said, like, oh, it's safe, it's pure. Stuff like that. So that kind of helps spread. That's how like the myth gets spread, because you just pass it along to each other. So according to a WHO report in 2005, it basically just like established that it is not a safe alternative to smoking cigarettes. It could be just as bad. And yeah, so like one of the myths was that since it's filtered through water, it is safer, but that's not true because the water can't filter out anything in smoke. It just cools it. Like there's still nicotine in it. I was surprised that it contained nicotine. It's like cigarettes contain like 15% nicotine, and hookah contains like 0.05. So it's not that much, but it still contains it. And then another one is since it doesn't burn the lungs, then it's not unhealthy. But smoke is smoke. Like whether it burns or not, it's still not good to have smoke in your body. Yeah. It's definitely healthier than smoking cigarettes since it doesn't have the harmful chemicals. But in the average hookah session, you take 100 to 200 times more smoke than you would smoking cigarettes. And yeah, so it still couldn't cause the risk of the disease and stuff. Anyways, but the good thing is that it's just a social event. Like not everybody's going every day. You're not smoking like an entire pack in a week and stuff like that. So as long as you don't go every day, then you won't have really big effect on you. And I found a quote. It was Ismet Ermet. He was talking about the difference between cigarettes and hookah, and he said basically cigarettes are for like nervous people, and hookah is just a time to sit down and relax and talk with some friends. So I was like, okay, like I can relate to that. Like that's usually what we go to hookah for. So I just explained to you what hookah is, the history behind it, and the effects of it, and some of the myths that are out there. And it's good to know since it's all around us, and it's good to know what the dangers are. Ooh.